Alright, let's get going. Let's see. We are not sure how many million short exactly, but it's less than 100. Being able to buy the guns we need so we can build our very first Asgard. The materials should already be stacked up in the shipyard waiting to go. Or most of the materials. And so it's just a matter of cranking stuff out, get those last few million. Wow, tens of millions. I think we were aboard the On Foot when we ended. Which I might keep flying, I don't know. I did have a rattlesnake refitting that I was going to sell then. But I think I noticed just before I ended that I didn't actually sell it yet. So we'll probably have to start the day off doing that. And here we go. Come on. All right. I'm gonna rev this thing up and point it at the station. And meanwhile, you are ready to sell. Holy Order of the Pyramid are probably offering the most at the moment. 16.2. Let's see. 13.2. Yeah. It's highly unlikely anybody's offering more than the Pyramid are. Ka-ching. So we are... probably about 60 million short right now. Maybe a little more than that. Which, yeah, won't take that long to make that. Hopefully we do it tonight. Oh. Yeah, I'm terribly tired. First of all, let's get this thing parked somewhere close to the station. And then let's have a look at what our resources are at. Looks like a Terran freighter right there. Yep. Terrans have some pretty cool looking freighters. Let's go park over here, I guess. And have a look at what's going on with the stations. Green Acres probably doesn't have any money. Got a little bit. Couple million. It's not worth harvesting. Doesn't need it, but it's not worth harvesting. The money printer has been printing money. They're still buying hull parts from external sources. Let's chop them down to about 1 million. They should be good for that. Weapon components. They have a decent amount of advanced electronics ready to sell. Hello, Ash. Welcome here. That's a little bit more money. Let's see. And the crown jewel of our space, of our station setup. Looks like it's doing fairly well. Which might we have? 32 million here? We don't need anywhere close to that much. We'll let them keep like 1. This station does buy... Actually, wait. Let's give them a little bit more. This station does buy a lot of external stuff. Namely, they're still buying weapon components, computronic substrates, that kind of fun stuff. But anyway. Hull parts, we're almost to the green line. We could probably go ahead and manufacture... Wait, how many weapon components do we have? 800? We could probably go ahead and manufacture another rattlesnake and sell it at this point. And that would get us... Okay, we're at 80 million right now. That would get us close to another 20. No, maybe we're closer to doing this than I thought. Rizal, rattlesnake, preset number 2. I'm actually going to go in here and crank crewman down to minimum. We don't need any of these guys, to be honest. There's nothing else that's really worth cutting. Okay, we're not missing any materials. Ching. It'll be a couple minutes till that's done. Let's see. Yeah, like 8 minutes. Yeah. I am actually going to park the on foot inside here because as much as I like this ship, it just feels so sluggish compared to that fighter. And now that that fighter's been upgraded to crazy levels, it just feels even more sluggish. That's interesting. Did somebody just manufacture a ship here? That looked a lot like it was being produced.
Successfully docked.
It's an honor to have you aboard.
Take a look at transaction log. Sold ships. Yeah, we made almost 1 million right there from buying a somebody bought a Nemesis Sentinel off of us. Okay. Apparently we've been selling... Oh, I wonder if they can only buy ships from us that we had the blueprints for. Because we've been selling Nemesis Sentinels, and that's something I have a blueprint for. And we also started selling Vulture Sentinels, which is something else I have a blueprint for. Okay. Well.
Dragon. Raider.
Let's go transfer over to the Maria 2.0. Okay. It should be parked right up there in Bay 18. I think that's where I left it. But anyway, the on foot is only very slightly faster than this fighter, and the fighter is way more maneuverable, accelerates and decelerates faster. It's just a more comfortable ship to fly.
Morea. Area.
Although I'm really kind of curious what a Terran katana would feel like with its even higher speed. Realistically, it probably wouldn't matter though. Okay. How much money do we have at the moment? 86 million. We're going to sell a ship worth close to 20 million, or maybe just over 20 million, in about 6 or 7 minutes. I think that won't quite get us there, but it should get us most of the way there. And then we can probably make a stripped down one, which would just cost us haul parts and such like resources we have on hand. Yeah, because all the Terran bits and pieces are going to cost Terran materials, and I think we have enough of them on hand. Actually, let's park over here and let me check that. I was just looking at it and it's like, oh, it looks like they have good stock levels, but I want to see if we actually have enough. Let's see. Metallic microlattice, we have 8,000. That's way more than we need. Coppertronic substrates, we have 2,000. I think this was a thing that was used in relatively small amounts. Well, I'll double check. And silicon carbide, 1,300. Okay, let's see how much of this stuff we actually need. The gun for this cost a little bit more than the ship itself. So let's say we need like 3,000 microlattice and like say 1,500 Coppertronic substrate. So microlattice we definitely have enough. Coppertronic substrate we probably have enough. Silicon carbide was only used on the guns, and I don't think it was that large of an amount, which is why I only said 2,500 here. So we definitely have enough of that. So the very moment we buy the blueprints, we can probably put the Asgard into production. And honestly, we might build more than one. We might sell some of them, or we might just have a fleet with more than one in it. We'll have to see. But anyway, we'll see how close we are to the amount we need when we sell this upcoming ship. In the meantime, I thought I saw some red over here. I did indeed see some red over here. Let's go over here and tell this guy to cease and desist from whatever he's doing. Hopefully he's not trying to get onto the highway. I suspect he's probably trying to get onto the highway. But there's a relatively easy way to fix that problem. Okay, here's the loot collectors. Hello, buddy boy. Well, that was a shot that was never gonna hit. Who do you think you're shooting? Also, where are your shields? Maybe I did hit him with one of those. I thought he had shields. Let's decelerate a little bit for... Okay, fine. We're going to have to accelerate a little bit. Because we kind of need a head-on pass here. Well, he regened some of his shields. Oh, he's being shot at by somebody else too. Where'd he go?
M.
He blew up. That's where he went. And this one isn't going to last much longer. He just needs to get back in range of that station, and then his days are very numbered. As long as I don't get shot by the station. Okay. Where is... Go park back here by the tail. Where is my scrapping ship? Here it is. No, that's not it. I don't see it immediately. What are you doing over here? Or whatever. Where did it go? There's the dragon. Still parked from when it destroyed that K earlier. Oh, fine. Where's that in the list? Okay, it's way over here for some reason. What's it doing? That's a little odd. I'm getting in that. There's no wrecks or anything in the area, is there? Just the ghost Ks? Yeah. We're starting to run short on S's and P's, which is a little bit bad. How is the scrap levels doing? I admit I kind of glossed over that when I was checking them. Okay, scrap levels. Scrap is still slowly going down. That's a bad sign. Probably a good thing that we are into the end game here, because that scrap station is very slowly becoming useless just because Xeon aren't dying here as much as they used to. We're cranking through the resources too quickly. Question is, where are they dying? Or are they just not attacking as much as they used to? I suspect that this Teladi defense platform isn't doing us any favors. They're building a quantum tube factory in here. Okay, it's probably a good thing we're about ready to get the Asgard, because the Teladi are trying to do our jobs before we get a chance to. Are there any Ks and stuff around here? No, but there are some S's and P's. Everything's going over at the other station, for that matter. A couple fighters, and that's about it. Oh, okay, not too bad. At least don't have like huge swarms of... If there was like 3 or 4 Ks parked around this thing dead, I'd be very disappointed, because that'd mean those are Ks that I wasn't scrapping. I probably should lift restrictions on being able to go to adjacent systems. Here. There's a lot of stuff here that can be scrapped. I'll probably do it after I, what do you want to call it? After I start clearing this system, I'll probably lift restrictions on the numbers of jumps they can do. And maybe even buy some more tugs. Because it would be kind of nice to have even more tugs pulling scrap cubes in from... I kind of wish there was a way to tell tugs to grab scrap from one system and dump it in a pile in another system for later use, but I don't think the game allows you to do that. Well, I'm quite sure it doesn't allow you to do that. Not automatically, anyway. And even if it did, I think that the wrecks would despawn after a bit. There's no real point in doing it. There's an S.
S.
He's on the highway though, I think. Or he's going to be. Yeah, there he goes. If I'd noticed him sooner, we could have gone and got him, but oh well. Let's see. Fighters show up. Bunch of fighters go boom. And so the cycle of money making continues. There's a Teladi destroyer that just came through.
M.
Better go get this guy before it becomes a problem. Hey you, where do you think you're going? Trying to shoot at me? Well, too bad for you. I noticed you coming. Alrighty, let's just line up on him. Missed completely, because of course I did. Damn it. I'm surprised that last shot actually didn't hit it at all. Probably a little too close by the time I fired. Who's firing at him? Not one of our ships, I don't think. But it is using similar weapons. These are the split versions of the space shotgun, whose names I forget. I don't remember the name of the split version or the normal version.
Manticore.
I think it's got no shield left. It ain't got no shield. Hey you.
M.
Knock it off. Leave him alone. He's not interested in you. Well, I mean, he will be later, but not right now he's not. Oh no, we're under massive Xenon assault. A bunch of pesky fighters. Okay. Yeah, he's going a little too fast. Let's get a bit of opening. It's not that he's going too fast, that he's maneuverable enough that if he can get me turning around in the middle of him, his turning circle, then I just can't
M.
get enough. There's too much deflection and you can't really get a good angle on him. Okay.
M.
That one apparently went kablooey to something or other that wasn't me. Where do you think you're going, dude? Get back here. No molesting the tugs. That was definitely a little low. I wonder, I ought to check the encyclopedia to see if these split shotguns are slower. Not shotguns. I ought to see if split shotguns are fine. I ought to see if the blast mortars gimbal slower than the plasma does. Because I notice a lot of issues where I go to shoot it. I think it should be perfectly lined up, but it's not because the gun hasn't gimbaled into position yet. I think they actually fire projectile speed is a little faster than the plasmas, which means in theory if you have everything all lined up, it should be easier to hit, but they seem harder to hit with. They do more damage, which is good. But damage isn't quite everything. It can be a lot. Alright, the ship for sale is ready to, well, sell. Let's see how much the Paranoid are willing to sell, offer me for it. 20.6. It's probably the best I'm going to find anywhere. Okay, we're at 107 million. That is probably not quite enough, but I'm going to fly to Terran space and find out.
Autopilot engaged.
Yeah. We are very close to being able to afford the Asgard. I think we're slightly short, but in the worst case, we can just spend a few minutes sneaking around, dropping satellites and stuff while another ship builds to sell. A stripped hull should give us plenty. I want to figure out exactly how much we're short. I'll probably buy... I definitely can afford the Asgard main gun blueprint. So I'll probably just go ahead and buy that. But then we'll still be short the Terran main gun
Entering
blueprint that we also
system.
need.
Argon Prime.
Maybe we can afford them both. Have to check. And it might be that we make enough money from the scrappy station here in that amount of time.
Entering system.
How much money does it have on hand? 5 million? Pretty sure I didn't have 5 million in there. We sold a few things. We spent 2 million purchasing stuff. Okay, the last order I really noticed was here.
Entering system.
Okay.
The Void.
So it spent a solid almost 4 million credits on stuff and has made that back. Selling ships, selling Clatronics, more Clatronics, even more Clatronics. Apparently the Clatronics business is booming. Selling more ships. Money is being made. If we're just a few million short, we can definitely raid our stations and get that much.
Entering system. Get sooooon.
Why do we have a miner for the money printer in this station? I guess, why not? Might as well. There's good mining out this way. I just figured they'd find something better closer. This has to be pretty close to its
Entering system. Sol.
These have to be pretty close to its max range. Oh, they're mining silicon out here. Probably in the asteroid belt. Okay. Probably should drop some ore probes and get sooooon. See what that's... if it's got anything good. Probably doesn't. It looked like mostly ice, but...
Entering Mars.
Hello, Mystery. Welcome here. Busy flying out to talk to the Terrans and see if we have enough to buy the last few bits of the Asgard. And if we do, it's going to be all combat all the time. Right up until we finally finish all of our objectives for this mission. It should be an interesting finale. And then, I don't know.
Entering Venus.
Not sure if I want to launch straight directly into the next run right away, or if I want to take a day or two off in the middle. Finally killed the Yak base. Why would you do that? Oh no. The Yaki are so cool and you murdered their base. Yeah. You should be best friends with the
Entering
poor
the
misunderstood
moon.
pirates. Come on. They make the best fighter in the game, in my opinion. They're a threat to the Terran people. I don't know about that one. They make the best fighter in the game. Come on. Or at least the fastest fighter in the game. And when it comes to me personally flying something around, fastest takes pretty...
Autopilot disengaged.
Okay, let's see.
Terran shipyard.
Why did I fly here? The representative's not at the shipyard. The representative's at that stupid equipment dock in the bass end of nowhere. I don't need anything from this shipyard.
Autopilot engaged.
Your yacht goes 11 kilometers a second. Okay. In travel drive? Or just normals? Because this thing goes over 11k under thrusters. And in travel drive it's 12.4. This isn't even quite the fastest ship I own.
Entering Venus.
The on foot is a little bit faster, although it's a medium ship, so it's more sluggish. The reason I like this better is because it is very not sluggish. It is quite maneuverable and fast.
Entering Mars. Autopilot disengaged.
Yeah, let's do a thruster speed run here. Get it settled in at max speed roughly, which is like 16 point something. That's close enough. .9, 11.1, 11.2, 11.3, and we run out of... There we go. But since the shield regen is pretty fast, you can just thruster again immediately, which the on-foot can't do. The on-foot can get up to like 12 something under thrusters. Anyway.
Accelerator. Asteroid belt.
There's no real reason to just thruster somewhere unless it's fairly close. I don't like that yacht. I assume you're talking about the... oh, what is the name of that ship again? The Astrid. The sound bug during saves just
Entering asteroid
ruins
belt.
it for me. Maybe they've patched that since the last time I used it, but when I got it earlier in this playthrough, every time an autosave happened, the quiet background music would crank to max, and it was just, yeah, no thanks. Outside of that, it's just a medium ship that you can't really modify very much. Fast enough one, but I'm tempted to get a katana and just upgrade it all the way, just to see what it's like.
Jupiter.
But realistically, I'm saving that for the next run, where I'm going to be using all Terran equipment. Since the katana is a Terran ship, it makes sense to use a katana as my getting around fast ship. Because I don't think any of the Terran fighters are particularly fancy as far as speed goes. And if I'm using all Terran equipment, that means no split Mark IV engines to save me either.
Entering Saturn 1.
Although actually on the Terran engines, The katana might not be that great. Ship comparison. Add ship. Size M. See, where is it? Of course, you can't put things in this list in alphabetical order because that'd be too easy. Wait, why am I even looking at the names? It is. There we go.
Autopilot.
We
Disengage.
should be looking at the icons to sort them more quickly. High preset. Confirm. Add ship. Size M. Katana. High preset. Accept now. For engines. Okay, what engines did it give it by default? Combat Mark IVs for the split. Okay, so what's the best Terran engine we can get? Combat Mark III's Terran. Yikes. That is a lot of speed to lose. That's painful. Oh. Poor Terrans. The split engines are just so good. Okay, where are we? Here we go.
Orbital supply base.
This is one ship where just hitting tab to go to max engines right away whenever you want to go somewhere isn't always the right decision.
Docking granted.
Because max engines is generally very, very fast. Dragon's the best ship.
Successfully docked.
That depends
It's an
on what you
honor to
want in a
have you
ship.
aboard.
But it is one of my favorite so far. Oh, we're gonna have to name the Asgard, aren't we? Oops, that's the wrong person. We want representative. We are gonna have to name the Asgard.
It's an honor to see you here.
Okay, equipment, weapons. Okay, final turn main battery. We are 8 million short, it looks like.
Good luck out there.
So we have a main gun for the Asgard. Now, I want to get the 8 million we need for the other guns too first before I go building one though, which we can do right now. Harvest like all of that money. The station will make it back quickly enough.
It's an honor to see you here.
I would like to buy a blueprint, equipment, weapons, turn main battery. Ka-ching.
Good luck out there.
Yay! Mods, I don't have a mod list in chat, unfortunately. I do have a almost complete mod list on my Discord, which I probably ought to convert into a
Morea.
chat command, now that I'm thinking of it. Let's see. The Discord can be gotten to using !point Discord. And then there's an X4 channel, and the very first post in that channel, I think I pinned it even. No, I didn't pin it. I should do that. Can you talk about the Euro King? I know it exists, but I don't know anything else about it yet, and I'd like to keep it that way until I stumble across it. I think I kind of have an idea of what I might have to do to get it, but I'd like to keep it vague until I actually confirm organically. But anyway, let's just park right here and start the Asgard building. Oops. Half the time I accidentally choose build ships when I want plan build, and this time I did the opposite. Size XL, Asgard battleship. We're not going to use a loadout, we're going to build this thing manually. Okay, XL travel engine. Argon shields, because that's what I had the blueprints for. Mark 1 thrusters, 'cause that's what I have the blueprints for. We're going to do Argon shields. ATF main battery. Isn't it pretty? Let's see. Terran main batteries, because you can't put anything else in those slots. Can you call the Asgard Hammer of Dawn or Rod of God? I don't know. I'll have to think about that. I decide what to call it. Argon plasma turrets, because Argon plasma turrets are the best. Wow, these things are shielded pretty heavily. 4 shields per turret. Well, I guess the turrets are in pairs and they share. So it's 2 shields per turret, but still. It's not going to lose its turrets just right away. I could have just chose high preset and done all this, but this is a momentous occasion, so. We want flax. The beams suck. Not that this thing really is going to have much fighter cover, because just look at the pitiful numbers of turrets we have. No Terran shields. I might fly it down to Terran space and get some outfitted eventually. But for now, it's just going to rock the ones I can build cheaply. Software, we might as well max everything because it doesn't cost anything. And for crew, we want a captain assigned. We're going to put, let's say 30 Marines on board. And 330 service crew. Now, I think that's all it needs. I'm probably going to fly it to split space and get split XL engines put on it for that little bit extra combat speed. I don't mind my travel engine speed being slow as long as I have lots of maneuvering speed. Well, lots. This ship is never going to be fast. And I might fly it down to Terran space and get Terran shields put on it. The guns are already the max of what I want. So it's really just the engines and shields that I want to change. I'm definitely going to install upgrades on the main guns. And maybe at least the forward turret sets. Or the forward main guns. We'll see how many weapon upgrades I can craft. In any case, 15-minute build time. We'll name it once done building. Yeah. It is definitely going to be the flagship of the fleet. But at this point, the current wheelbarrow has held that position for long enough. You know, held that name long enough that I'm not going to rename it. Although I am slightly tempted. Yeah, I don't know.
Smuggling vessel found nearby.
In any case, let's fly back home so we can meet up with the Asgard when it's completed.
Autopilot engaged.
So, I'm slightly tempted to rename the wheelbarrow to something else. And then name the new Asgard the wheelbarrow. As it would be the new capital ship of the fleet. Because technically, the current wheelbarrow is the capital is the fleet flagship, and always has been. The carbon broadhead is more of a support, even though it has more firepower in a lot of ways than the wheelbarrow does. The wheelbarrow is more, I don't know, has more firepower, I guess. In which case, I would rename the current wheelbarrow using the same basic rules I used to rename name all my capital ships. Namely, who wants a ship named after them? Let's see. Who all has ships named after them? I don't know. I'll have to think about this. We thought the hardest decision of the stream would be what to name
Asteroid
things.
belt.
Hey, playing X4 is just like programming. Naming things is a hard
Entering
problem.
system. Sooooon.
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I just had a terrible idea. I think I might name the Asgard Avi's Shark.
Entering system. The void.
Because we have a ship named after Af, but we don't have a ship named after Avi. And since Avi likes sharks so much, spoiler, Avi hates sharks. It'd be funny to name one Avi Shark.
Entering system. Second contact.
Kind of tempted to do that now. The remaining question is whether or not we rename the wheelbarrow and call the old wheelbarrow Avi's Shark and
Entering
the Asgard
system.
the wheelbarrow.
Argon Prime.
I think I'm going to do that. The old wheelbarrow is going to be known as Avi's Shark, or the Shark for short, going forward. And
Entering
the
system. Atikva's choice.
the Asgard is going to become the new wheelbarrow.
Autopilot. Disengaged.
Okay, so how many more minutes is it going to be before the Asgard comes out? Doesn't really matter, because I'm going to fly around it and watch it be built.
Shipyard.
There's its hull. Very slightly completed. We have nowhere near enough money to buy all the upgrades I want for it, but let's find a nice position where we can kind of see it build. I think I'm going to look down on it. Like this, maybe. It's got a little too much stuff in the way. There we go. Alright, and let's do a little bit of management stuff. First things first, where's the wheelbarrow parked? Wheelbarrow is still down here with the rest of the Viper and the Arrow of Light. Okay, you guys come back home so we can get ready for the big assault. What's its name going to be? It is going to be known as the Wheelbarrow 2. They're in the original Wheelbarrow 2. I long ago decided that if I rename a ship, then the name transfers without any changes. But if a ship gets destroyed and replaced, then it receives a Roman numeral. So the Wheelbarrow 2 is the replacement for the original Wheelbarrow, which blew up. So this is going to be renamed to Avacern's Shark, in honor of Avi's favorite animal. And then the Asgard is going to become the Wheelbarrow 2 as the new flagship of the fleet. How many more minutes do we have to wait on this thing? 8 minutes. So before you lies the Wheelbarrow 2, although I think I'm going to name it the Fully Loaded Assault Wheelbarrow. Or no, the Wheelbarrow of Wonders, in honor of the Wheelbarrow and Scum. I don't know what to think about this a little bit, but it is the new Wheelbarrow. Now, a bit of stream lore for those of you who weren't around when I was playing Scum, which is like all but one or two of you at the most. Scum is a survival game, I guess you could call it. It would be sort of like Rust or trying to think of another good example. It's kind of game where you're basically out for the loot and see what all you can get. And it's mostly PvP. Except Scum actually has some decent PvE to go with its PvP. So it's not like nearly as player focused as Rust is. But anyway, and Scum has various drivable vehicles, including, various cars, and it's set in Croatia, so it's got your standard Eastern Bloc kind of cars and then some various pickups and things like that. But when I first started playing, I ran across a wheelbarrow in a barn. I was like, oh, okay, there's a wheelbarrow sitting in a barn, no big deal, didn't think anything of it. And then I realized that, hey, there's a prompt for get in when I hover over the wheelbarrow. And if I press it, you sit in the wheelbarrow. And more importantly, if you go around to the handles on the wheelbarrow, there's a prompt to push it. And sure enough, it was a pushable vehicle. You could load your stuff in its inventory and push it around. And so suddenly, well, I had planned to play a nomad of some kind. Get a vehicle of some sort, use it to shove my, haul my things around and just play nomadic. Well, finding that wheelbarrow meant I could get rid of my little temporary bases. So I was kind of planning to build some temporary bases and just move my stuff from base to base until I got a vehicle. Well, finding the wheelbarrow meant that I could do that instantly. So just a couple hours into the game, I was able to go back and tear apart what little base I had and pack it into the wheelbarrow, and off we went down the road. And for some reason, I just found that to be a lot of fun. So ever since then, my Scum character always had a wheelbarrow that I pushed all over the map full of stuff, and it never would have worked on like a public server or anything like that. Because, let's be honest, a guy pushing a wheelbarrow around is a sitting duck. But on the Armco server, which was technically PvP, but it was basically you had to have a roleplay reason to do it and that kind of stuff. It meant that I could do crazy things and get away with it. And so I became during the first season of the server, I became somewhat server famous for being the wheelbarrow man. Because I was always pushing the wheelbarrow along a road somewhere, and so a lot of people just kind of drove past me or ran into me at one point or another and stopped and talked to the crazy dude of the wheelbarrow. And since I was somewhat slow moving, I would tend to just collect a lot of loot and just random stuff and stuff it in the wheelbarrow because it was too valuable to leave, but I didn't actually need it. But oh well, stuff it in here and we'll see what happens. This was before NPC traders were a thing, so it wasn't like you could just go and buy, or it wasn't like you could just go and sell loot, which you could do now, I guess, with the current version. So pretty much everybody I ran into would be like, here, check out what's in the wheelbarrow, dump all the contents out on the ground and let people shuffle through it and Like this thing, that thing, the other thing are all for sale. And, well, I would say for sale, but what I really meant was, please take it off my hands. This thing is so full and heavy, it's hard to push. Help. But anyway. So yeah. I kind of became famous as that loon with the wheelbarrow. Well, famous. Not really. But anyway. Famous amongst the people who played in the server. It was certainly fun. Unfortunately, when that server shut down, for a variety of reasons, it just, it hasn't restarted since, so I have not played Scum in quite a while. Although, it is what got me streaming. And so that is why we have, for example, a wheelbarrow emote. And why a lot of the earlier ships I bought on this run were named after various things from Scum. Because I had just finished playing Scum when I started playing X4. And so there's a bit of stream lore for everybody. And it looks like this Asgard's getting pretty close to done. Let's find out. 20 minutes do you have left to build? 2 minutes. Okay. Once I build this thing, we're going to turn it around and put it right back into the dock so that I can upgrade it. It's going to receive upgrades to guns at first. Engines and shields are going to have to wait, probably. I mean, Asgard shields aren't... Not Asgard. Argon shields aren't bad. Terran shields are better. I'm not sure if I can afford Terran shields yet, though, so I might upgrade the shields right away. Just because I can always strip the upgrades off later when I go to put better shields on. If I go to put better shields on, we'll have to see. But anyway, this is going to get upgrades, a new paint job. I'm not sure what paint job I'm going to use yet. That's going to be a few minutes of playing around looking at all the pretty colors. I'm definitely glad I installed that paint job mod so that I could actually see what they all look like. Not have to try to do missions to hope I get the things.
Awaiting orders.
Okay, that's the arrow of light just getting here. This thing is almost completed. How many minutes do we have to go? It was 2 last time I checked, so at this point, 15 seconds. Alright, everybody ready for the launch? And then I'm going to name it. I think I'll just call it Wheelbarrow 2. Ah, there we go.
Asgard.
And it sets sail from the dock for the very first time. Our very first Asgard, the Wheelbarrow 2. Go ahead and rename it right now. There we go. Okay. Where's the landing pad in this thing? Right up here.
Docking granted.
Let's land aboard and go take command. Whoa. Calm down there a little bit.
Successfully docked.
Welcome aboard the Wheelbarrow 2, the new flagship of my fleet. I should probably summon the on foot and have it dock aboard as well. I'll worry about that later.
Awaiting orders.
This is the Asgard, Ash. Go to the bridge. I'm somewhat surprised that there isn't more, like, various crew quarters and stuff like that on this ship.
Awaiting
Do the Terran ships all use the same bridge? That's mildly disappointing. Kind of cool that the docks are right there, so you can watch docking operations and stuff go on. Anyway, let's take control of this thing, turn it around, and get it redocked, because it's time for some upgrades. And a new paint job. But first, before we do anything else, I'm going to fire this main gun. Let's see. I'm going to put it on secondary fire. There's our primary fire, way out there in front of us. And the primary fire, the secondary fire, aka the main gun, there we go. That's gonna take a long time to cool down. But anyway, this thing has, not counting the main gun, 2/3 the forward firepower of the Dragon and double the turret firepower, which isn't actually that much more, but then you had the main gun, it's like, ooh. In any case, let's slowly get turned around.
Shipyard.
This ship cannot get out of its own way, which I fully expected. I don't think I'm going to upgrade these engines because I want to put split engines on it. We're definitely going to upgrade the turn speed, but wait, let's stop it right here. I'm going to check in the ship comparator. Let's do an Asgard, the high preset loadout.
We're taking hits.
Add 2 of them. High preset loadout. Confirm. Okay. Now this one, we're interested in the engines. They automatically put Terran Mark 1. Okay, wait. Let's get a third one added. XL, Asgard, high preset loadout. Confirm. Okay. This one is going to have the Terran engines on it, which I'm probably not going to put on. This one is going to have the Argon all-rounders. I think those are the ones I bought. Or does it have Argon travel engines on it? I think I did buy Argon travel engines because they were slightly cheaper and not much worse. And this one is going to have split all-rounders, I guess. Okay, split all-rounders are actually not bad for speed, although they are half as fast on the travel speed as from the Argon. This would give us a solid 33 more meters a second speed. Turn rate is exactly the same in all 3 engines. Okay, that's no big deal. This is controlled by the boosters, which I probably should install Mark III boosters on them, but it's really expensive. We'll worry about that later. I think I might go with split engines, and we're not going to be doing that much travel under travel drive anyway, and then upgrade it for turn rate. Let's face it, this thing is not going to be winning any speed competitions anyway. And upgrade it for less weight. Upgrade the hull. So we're not going to upgrade the engines yet. We'll upgrade everything else though.
Docking granted.
Yeah. I am going to upgrade the shields at this point, because the Argon shields aren't that bad. as such things go. And while the Terran shields are definitely better. Split engines on Asgard? Yep. Because I really, really value tactical speed. You know, just normal, no travel drive or anything like that. Travel drive is nice. It's good to get around, but when you need to maneuver, you need to maneuver. So I'm willing to pay the price of bad normal speed to get good tactical speed. But yeah, we'll probably take it up to the split and get split engines on it. Probably should have bought the split engine blueprints instead of the Argon ones, but the Argon ones were definitely cheaper to build. Because I can build them using the closed circuit. And I didn't have to get engine parts in or anything like that. And yes, game, I know I had to turn around to dock. Me worry about that. Anyway. Oh, wait. Nope. It's going to turn me around automatically. Nice. Now, let's go install all the upgrades we can manage on this thing.
Hello.
Okay, we need to go to the... Oh, that's interesting. Well, let's go to the ship dealership aboard the small medium fabrication bay. That should allow us to modify it. Size XL. We'll borrow 2. Chassis mod. We don't have any of these available. Let's go craft one. Okay. Exceptional ship nano weave. We need 3 advanced nano weaves. Advanced nano weaves, we can craft like all of them, but we only need 3. And then we need 1 of these. I think we're going to go for the lightness upgrade. Just because that'll give us more maneuverability and speed. Okay, advent engines. We're going to need an exceptional fuel injector. We need 1 more advanced engine fuel injector. I might as well upgrade the engines now. We can uninstall the upgrade and put a new one on later. Okay, shield coils. I think we're going to need 4 of those. Okay, size XL. We'll borrow 2. Chassis mod. Exceptional. We want the nanotube mass mod. I think. Yes, we do. Okay, that's going to actually make us considerably faster and faster turning, just right like that. Okay. Engine mod. I want the rotation thrust mod. That's going to make us a little faster and much faster turning. I probably should go ahead and install the Mark III thrusters, but we'll have to do that later. Gun mods that we don't have. Wait, those are turret mods. Okay, we definitely want to upgrade the main battery. Oh yeah, I was going to check shield mods, wasn't I? Shield mods. Oh, okay. Oh, oops, that's the wrong ship. Gotta say. Okay, 4 times. Okay, so we only need to install 1 mod to get all the shield generators together. Okay, that'll save us a lot of effort. Exceptional shield generator coil. We need 3 advanced coils. I'm not going to bother upgrading any of the weapon shields. But that just doesn't seem necessary. Okay, now all the rest of our materials we can dump into making weapon chambers. Where is the advanced weapon chamber? Right there. How many can we make? Only 5? What are we short on? Oh, basic weapon chambers. Well, let's go ahead and make the 5 we can make. And then that'll give us 2. Okay, how many more do we need? Let's do basics. I don't really want to max these out. We'll just make 3 for now. Oh, wait. No, I have 2 of those already. We only need 1 more. And that should give us an exceptional weapon chamber. We have enough to do all the main guns, at the least. Okay, size XL. That's a really annoying background noise, by the way. We're going to do recharge rate, because in my experience, recharge rate is better on capitals. I could be wrong, but oh well, that's what we're doing. We do get a little more capacity, but the recharge rate is the big one for me. That's a lot more stuff shooting at us that we can just flat out ignore. Okay, weapon modifications. Main battery. Oh, reload speed or damage. Reload speed is huge, but so is the damage. We'll also get some more damage from the reload. Okay, the question is if this weapon reload, if that affects the time it takes to cool the thing down. Just correct me if I'm wrong, this thing doesn't actually have reload, it just has overheat. Let's install it to see what its extra properties are. We can always uninstall it. Okay, cooling is only plus 35%. That's probably not enough to make that worth it. What is cooling on this one? Plus 74% cooling on the damage mod. Okay, there's no question we're doing this one. Damage it is. That gives us some stuff that isn't going to matter at all, like weapon rotation, but... Plus 60% damage, plus 74% cooling. Yes, please. Reload mod just doesn't seem very good for this then. Alright, for the other two, we're definitely going to go damage. There's really no question. And more damage. Alright. That is the extent of what we can do easily, I think. I'd love to have damage mods in every single one of these turrets. But I don't have the damage mods for it. And realistically, I'd probably be better served by putting damage mods on the main guns of the other destroyers before I did this. Test out the main gun. I already fired it off into space. Nothing in particular, but we will test it again here shortly. Let me see. Oh, there's another thing I need to do. We need to pick a paint job. Okay, so apparently the gray stuff in the middle is not going to change at all. I want it to be a different paint job than any other ships. Okay, anybody want to do a little bit of Finding Nemo afterwards? Okay, no thanks, that was ugly. This one isn't too bad on this ship, it actually looks decent. Kind of weird here in the intersection of the That one looks okay. This is definitely the time. Definitely the time to break out the Neon Dream paint. No, it isn't. That's such a hideous color. These are all a little too boring. This is the same as the old wheelbarrow had. That's too bright. That's too bright. That one looks okay. The violicious colors are a little too violent for my liking. Foundation blue looks sharp. Makes the gray really pop. Alliance Honor is another one I kind of like. I just like this one in general. Let's see. Is there anything else in here that looks sharp? Definitely not that one. Is this the purple one? Oh yeah, this is the one that's got purple highlights. No thanks. Let's see. Got a bunch of different colors. These are the faction camos, I think. This one is definitely well named. It commits violence against my eyeballs. That one's way too white. This one's very deep metallic red, which is actually kind of cool, but it's a little too dark for my liking. Oops, that's a bit too far. Most of these don't seem that interesting. That one you can definitely see repeating patterns when you put it on such a big ship. What's the arrow for? Arrow. I'm not sure I know what you're talking about. Let's see. There's the split colors. Okay, let's see if there's anything better here in the... Most of these just aren't great. I'm not sure why it is, but all the enhanced quality paint jobs are just terribly ugly. Yeah. The exceptional ones, the Warden paint job is kind of slick, but I don't like the way it looks on this ship. It's got these vertical stripes here, don't look good. And it's just a little bit too loud right there. This Warden one looked really good on the split Dragon Raider, but at the top, this? Or where? Most of these are just not great. Well, where was that one I said I kind of liked? I don't remember what it was called now. It's annoying. Top left. Oh, this. Chassis mods? Or are you... I'm gonna guess you mean the chassis mods icon. Where was... Okay, it was definitely above these. I think it was above the... Oh, it was definitely under those. Must have been under... somewhere in here. There was a camo that I not a camo, but a paint job that I said I liked. I don't remember which one it is now. It's stupid. I should have made a note when I saw one I liked. It was above this point, I'm quite sure. Okay. Let's just go through the list again. I'll see it eventually. Like, oh, that one looks pretty sharp. Really sets off the gray. And I don't remember what it was. Foundation yellow doesn't look too bad. It's definitely one to keep in mind. It wasn't the one I was thinking of, but it's one to keep in mind. Foundation green is sharp too. Foundation blue, was it? Not sure if I like that better than the green though. Alliance Honor is okay. A little plain. It definitely was not the black steel. Picking a paint job is always hard, particularly when most of them are just so ugly. You have to try to find one that isn't quite so bad. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was actually the foundation blue that I liked earlier. But I'm not sure if I like it better than do the green on second thought. Where's foundation blue again? There it is. It's less blue and more of a steel gray. Hello, Prospero. I think we're going to go with foundation blue. A little bit plain. I kind of wish some of this gray was colorable as well, because it would look better if there was a little bit less gray on top. Like if the main gun could be colored, that'd be cool, but... Or at least some stripes around the main gun. Fortunately, it can't be, but... Anyway, foundation blue it is. Alright. Let's get away from whatever annoying noise is over there. And get back to the brand spanking new Wheelbarrow 2. The great and powerful Asgard? Yep. Well, hello, Amended Man. Welcome here. Now, the next stop is going to be split space for new engines, I think. I did not install engine upgrades on this, I don't think. Or did I? I don't remember. I installed everything else upgrades. I think I might have installed engine upgrades too, but the plan is to remove them and replace them with split engines so we get that little bit extra speed. I did. Yeah, okay. So we'll be like 80%, 90% of the way to the final ship speed at this point. I installed the maneuvering upgrade. This thing definitely maneuvers way better. I think I installed upgrades and everything. Here, let me double check. Oops. Let me double check. I did install all the fun upgrades, didn't I? Chassis upgrade, main battery upgrades, shield generator upgrade, travel engine upgrade. Okay, yeah. Rotation mod. No, in the Steam Workshop, someone made a split battleship. We'll probably have to play with those mods someday. We're up to 130 meters a second. Well, almost 140. We are roughly as fast as a Xenon K at this point. And the heat goes down much quicker than it used to. So that's really good. What weapons? I have Argon turrets on it. Just Argon plasmas all the way around. Which will definitely make it very vulnerable to fighters, but we'll always be flying with an escort, so I'm not too worried about that. We'll keep the carbon broadhead close. I should probably upgrade the carbon broadhead's engines and hull to make it a little bit better. Here, carbon broadhead. We'll order it to dock, and then I can come back and upgrade it later, so I can keep up with the fleet a little bit better. Oh, would you look at that? There's a customer. You. Just no. Don't. I'll worry about that for now.
K.
Somebody. Please go stop that K. I don't really care who. You. Go attack the K, please. Have an Asgard company, but your raptors seem to be invincible to everything, invulnerable to everything. Probably. Now, if we can catch this K before it... Oh, engage travel drives again. We're not going to catch it unless we can get another ship out there to stop it. Shit. I should probably take my fighter out and stop it. That stupid little thing isn't going to be anywhere close. Please stop somewhere where I can reach you. Thank you. It's going to run right into the gateway station and blow up before I can go destroy it. Yeah, I know, but the gateway station's going to get it. That's the problem. I might have been able to stop it in time if I had immediately teleported aboard the Moria 2.0 and went after it. But I kind of doubt it, to be honest. Well, we are no longer losing ground quite as quickly, so maybe we can get there in time. This thing actually maneuvers not half bad. It's kind of like one of the normal destroyers at this point. Okay, he's slowed down. We're catching up. We might be able to get him after all. Okay, how fast do we slow down? This ship makes me happy. Okay. Okay, go boom. Okay, go boom. Very, very fast. Alright, let's go get some better engines on this thing so that we can definitely make sure they can't get away from us. Although our travel drive speed will drop off a cliff, as long as we can chase it down with fighters or something and stop it from getting away. As soon as this ship... I don't...
Awaiting orders.
Yeah. I'm kind of torn on Terran shields. Putting Terran shields on this thing is going to be ridiculously expensive.
Thank you.
And I don't really know if it's actually going to be required. K-Go Boom? Oh yeah, K-Go Boom. We didn't even use up half of our gun heat. So I'm not really sure if I want to go get Terran shields or not. They're obviously the best, but I'm not sure if it's really worth it. What is worth it and very noticeable are the split engines. So where's the nearest place to get split engines? We need an actual shipyard. Or an equipment dock, I guess, would also work. There's the split equipment dock. How many jumps is it away? 2 jumps? 3 jumps? I'm going to assume that they have... Oh wait, this one is Same number of jumps, okay. I'm going to assume we can probably get engines here in Wretched Skies or here in Xyros Dominion. This one's probably a little closer. Maybe. Well, we'll go here anyway. Start guidance. Yeah, if you run into an eye, it certainly won't last very long with this setup. We have what? 75% faster gun cooldown? As soon as we get the good engines, we're going to have the rest of the fleet meet us here in Tharkas Cascade, and we're going to do the mission for the Yaki to clear out. They want us to clear out this system, and Savage Spur 2 here. Or Savage Spur 1, I guess it is. So, as soon as we get back here with our new engines, we're going to come in and make the Talati very happy by dealing with their Xenon problem. And I might even make a small detour to visit this Xeon defense platform on the way out, just to see how this thing performs. We'll see. Well, no I won't. We're just going to book it for the new engines as fast as we can, because I need new engines. First things first, though, we really don't want to run into the gateway station, so...
Danger.
And we just ran into the gateway station because I underestimated how thick we are. I should probably also get Mark III thrusters when we get new engines, because that will give us a little bit more maneuvering. But anyway. See if you can charge the travel engines up.
Jump gate. Tharkas Cascade.
This does have the same problem that the Carbon Broadhead has, namely that it takes forever for the travel engines to charge. That's just a large ship problem in general. I really hope we don't get shot by any Xeon fighters.
Danger. Hazardous entering system.
Because that is going to be
Tharkas Cascade.
very annoying if we get molested by a fighter while we're trying to charge our jump drives. If you're going to spend on Mark III thrusters, why not get Terran Mark II shields? Because that'll be another long distance to fly to go pick them up. I don't know if I'm going to get Mark III thrusters or not. It'll depend if I can afford them. Right now I can't afford them, definitely. I'm probably going to have to sell some more ships and stuff. You know, build a few more export model rattlesnakes to sell or something. Carbon Broadhead. Go dock and wait here so I can deal with you later. The old wheelbarrow was renamed, by the way. It is now the Avacern Shark. Named in honor of Abby's favorite animal.
Hazardous region detected.
Anyway, at this point, I'm just really in a hurry to get this thing, start using it. Because it's taken so long to get here, it feels like. That my patience has worn thin. Oh, that's annoying. We just bonked off of the... Oh, is this the sharpened implement? Or is it the edged rod? I don't remember which station is here. I hope we don't bunk right back through the gate, because that'll be annoying. We bonked right back through the gate.
Entering system. Tharkas Cascade.
Okay. Can we just reverse right through here? Wow, this thing turns about as fast as the wheelbarrow did almost. Maybe faster.
Danger.
31
Hazardous
meters a
region
second reverse
detected.
speed. How far are we away from the gate? It's probably worth it to turn around and go through forward. Alright, I suppose. It's a big ship? Oh yeah. It is the second most powerful ship in the game, I guess it would be. After the secret one that I'm not entirely sure how to unlock and don't want to be told. The Earl King or something like that it's called. Anyway. Traveling through these gates with travel drive is prone to error with the defense stations there.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
I should probably start charging the travel drives already, but they'll be nowhere near charged up before we get through. Yeah, there we go.
Entering system. Family Zin.
There's the source of our problems.
Defense platform.
The edged rod. Okay, that's what that one is. Yeah, we're gonna clear the station. Alright. I should set up my guns too before I forget. Okay. Like that, I guess. It's highly unlikely there will ever be a time where I don't want to, where I want to fire all three at the same time, where I can't just hold down both our columns. Okay, set these to attack all enemies, and set the flax to attack fighters. Something like that. Alrighty. Yeah, this thing with the chassis weight reduction mod on and the engine maneuvering mod on is actually quite maneuverable. It is still a giant capital ship, and it's going to definitely miss that gate unless I stop for it. But it is actually quite maneuverable. If they don't have capital engines available at this shipyard, not shipyard, equipment dock, I'm going to be mildly displeased. I should have ordered it to just fly there and do the thing, but that way I could have been sure ahead of time before I even left. Oh well, I can't change the engines on it without manually removing the engine mods first anyway. It does take quite a while to charge up the travel drives.
Entering system. Family Newt.
I need to get these same engine and chassis mods installed on the Carbon Broadhead. Because if that thing gets even close to as maneuverable as this thing is, it will be much more useful. Got a new work phone today and hate it. Yeah, it's probably about par for the course for work phones, to be honest. Where are we at? How long is it gonna take to get there? We're quite close. We'll get there soon. If need be, we can always fly here to this split shipyard, but that'll be 2 more jumps. which I'd rather not do if I don't have to. Also, I should probably... Wow, this is producing a lot of ships all of a sudden. Apparently people are buying ships again. Let's see. Where is the repin site? You. Come over here. You still have some advanced satellites? Yes, you do. Okay, good. Drop one there.
Entering system. Zioth's Dominion.
And then go put another one over here. And another one here. And another one there.
Split equipment dock.
Digital leash, what's not to hate? Yeah. They don't actually go and watch everything you do just for accountability. Oh, that's a plus. Or do you mean your phone does? Because that's a minus. Okay, where is the dock on this thing? It does have a pier on it, doesn't it?
Dragon. Split equipment dock.
Oh, no wonder it wasn't working.
Docking granted.
Okay. I'm going to admit I have no idea where the dock on this thing is. Oh, does it have us docking on one of these arms over here? I don't see the big green dock here hologram over there. Come on. Climb above the problem. Okay, here. Look. Where do they want me to dock? Oh, okay, they want me to dock right there. Well, that'll simplify things a good bit. This does have docking computer that will help considerably. Okay. We just need to get close enough and the docking computer will grab me. And make my ship do on natural X. Like zoom into place. I almost wish I hadn't installed the docking computer in this thing because I'm going to admit it is kind of fun to try to dock large ships without. Alright, we need to go aboard. And we need to remove the modification from the engines.
Hello there.
And then we need to come back on here. Oh shit, I forgot. The workshop on these places doesn't have the actual ability to modify your ship. Because that would make way too much sense. Damn it. Why would you put a ship modding console at the workshop? Okay, we need to go to the actual shipyard. Which is 2 more jumps away. Okay. Set guidance. And let's get out of here. What parts of the Asgard can go to? Apparently just the bridge and the docking area. It doesn't have like a crew quarters and a brig and that kind of stuff like some of the other ships have. Not sure why not. It just doesn't. Also, it seems like all the Terran ships have the same bridge, which doesn't impress me very much. Or at least all the Terran ships I've been on so far have had the same bridge. And the reason it doesn't impress me is because the Terran ship bridges have no side-to-side visibility.
Accelerator. Zioth's Dominion 10.
Which, when I think about it, it makes one of the things that I always like, oh yeah, the Tokyo would be cool because, well, if it's got the same bridge as the Asgard and the Sin, and because one of the things I thought would be cool with Tokyo is, hey, you'd be able to look out the side and look right into the docking area and watch fighters land. Well, actually, probably not. Might be able to if you stood out down in front, but you couldn't do it from the captain's console, or at least not as clearly as I thought you might be able to. Would be nice if they added some more rooms, features to bigger ships. No, there's a mod that does. Yeah, like, it is kind of cool that there are extra rooms on board some of the ships, but it's, to be perfectly honest, they're useless. There's nothing you can do there. I don't know why they exist. Except because why not, I guess. I mean, unless the mod makes them actually useful.
Zioth's Dominion
In which case, that'd be
10.
awesome. Okay, we just need to go a bit of flight assist off maneuvering. Get turned around here. Oh, it's an accelerator. We want to swing a little wide then. I mean, the extra rooms are cool, but they're just not, they don't do anything.
That's right.
Get it all nice and lined up here. We might have to drop out of travel drive to hit this properly. I hope we don't, because that would greatly slow our trip down. Okay, we won't have to. And through we go.
Entering Zioth's Dominion 4.
This pointed in the direction of the shipyard. It would be nice if they added some functional rooms features. Yeah, definitely. Not sure what they would be for, but it would be cool. One thing I would really like is if the various consoles on the bridge did things as well. Come on, give me control of the... There we go. So, if you get on a gunnery console, it'd be cool if you could switch between turret groups and manually control a turret group if you wanted to. I just think that'd be cool. Navigation console should probably bring up your map. Be things like that. Just generally allow you to do more. Well, yeah. Mostly I just want the gunnery console. Mostly I just want the gunnery console to allow you to control turrets. Controlling all the turrets at once would be a bit silly. But a group at a time would be cool. Or just give you an orbiting camera and whatever turrets can shoot what you're pointing at will shoot at what you're pointing at. Would be good enough, I guess. But that would require a bunch of a whole new extra chunk of code to be written, because there doesn't exist functionality to control turrets, as far as I know. It'd be kind of cool if it gave you a system like what Freelancer used for turret control. Obviously, just for whatever.
Docking granted.
What? Okay, anyway. Get into the suck zone. Use our nose against the station to lever us around. Roll, please. There we go. Okay, let's go get the upgrades ripped off our engines, get them replaced with split, probably all-around engines. I'll have to think about it a little bit, though. And then get the upgrades reinstalled. That should
Successfully docked.
hopefully
It's an honor to have you.
get us
It's an honor to have you aboard.
hopefully it'll get us at least as fast as the destroyers.
Greetings. Split wish you fortune.
What? Strange. Okay. Engine mods. Dismantle. We'll reinstall that later. Now we go back aboard. Oh wait, there is... Okay, why wasn't it giving me these options earlier? Oh, let's go to the crew quarters. I was trying to teleport to somewhere on board the ship earlier, and it didn't give me options to go anywhere else. Also, wow, chunky. Yeah, okay. Crew quarters. Yay, can't do anything here. Totally useless. Yeah, for some reason it wasn't listing crew quarters and brig as available options the last time I tried to teleport somewhere on here. Here's where we stick the people who aren't very nice. Okay, that's the first time I've ever seen anybody in the brig. Interesting. Anyway, let's go back to the bridge. About the only... would you please? There we go. Okay. Upgrade repair. You want to trade out these for... 163. This is almost as fast as the Dragon is right now. 155 is just a little bit less. How much extra travel drive speed does that give us? Like 100 and something? That's probably not worth it. We'll just take the all-around engine to get that little bit extra maneuvering speed. A little bit more acceleration and so on. Okay, and how much is it going to cost me for a new thruster? 17 million? How much do I have? Nowhere close to that. Okay. Well, for now, let's get the new travel engine on. And let's go aboard to reinstall our engine upgrades. Go to the ship dealership. Okay, is it going to allow us to install a mod right away? Rotational Thrust Mod. Oh, we're going to be faster than the Dragon. That's honestly a little crazy. I don't think the Dragon's anywhere close to that. Of course, the Dragon doesn't have a hull mod installed. He does have an engine mod installed, but it's the speed one, not the... Actually, what's the fastest forward thrust we can get in this thing? We'd have to dismantle and install it to find out. Let's do that. 236. Man, that's tempting. .1 degrees per second yaw, 2.9 pitch. What are the stats for... that's the wrong place. What are the stats on the shark? Does it list anywhere? Cruising speed, we would have fairly similar, but it doesn't seem to list the engine stats here. And we can't really install mods using the there's got to be some place where we can see the turn rate and that kind of stuff for these ships. Maybe not. Well, that's slightly annoying. Oh well. I guess the question is... Oh wait, we could order this to go... Here, wait. Upgrade repair, this will tell us. 13, 9, 10. Okay, so this could be way more maneuverable still. I'm tempted... Yeah, we'll just go with the rotation thrust. We're still a little craptastic at that, but we do have 196 top speed, which the Dragon is currently 161. We're actually faster than the Dragon. I should probably get the Dragon, get a hull mod so that it's faster, but oh well. At this point, it doesn't really matter anymore. We're really short on high energy catalysts. We're not going to be able to install more weapon mods. Is there something I can siphon some money out of? Because I'd like to get a better thruster. 18 million. Well, guess what? You're now going to have like 1 million. Be happy. Let's go back aboard. And let's go ahead and install better thrusters. Or at least look at what kind of improvement better thrusters are going to give us. Let's see. Thrusters. All-round Mark 3s. Okay, 6.7. We'll get a little bit more than a degree per second of turn. Tempting. Sure, screw it, we'll do it. Oh, wait. Engine parts. They're missing engine parts. Okay, cancel order. Undock. Yes, I want to abort it. Okay, we're not getting slightly better turn rate because they didn't have the parts in stock and I'm not waiting for them to get them in stock. As soon as autosave is done, we can see how the ship feels. It's significantly faster than it was, but it should be roughly as maneuverable as it was. And keeping in mind, of course, that significantly faster than it was is still slower than a turtle. Okay, I can deal with this. This is pretty sprightly for a capital ship. Now, I'm going to order this ship to fly home. I'm going to stay on the bridge. I'm just going to be dealing with... Well, wait, no, we're going to have to teleport off for the next part. Okay, you, wheelbarrow. Fly to the rest of the fleet. Dragon, you better fly to the rest of the fleet too before I forget that you're parked over there. And meanwhile, we are going to teleport aboard the Scrappy Station because we're going to put some hull mods on the Carbon Broadhead. I wanted to teleport to it. Teleport to, there we go. We're going to put some hull mods on the Carbon Broadhead and maybe an engine mod.
Entering system.
So that we can get it fast enough to keep up with the rest of the fleet as well. We should be... We'll just run this way. It's not too far. And over here as well. There we go. Probably not worth... Ah, screw it. We'll just take the slideway. Off we go. Yeah. Put a couple mods in the Carbon Broadhead. We're not going to bother doing any gun mods or anything like that. Not that we could afford it even if we wanted to. Carbon Broadhead. Chassis mod. We need to get one chassis mod. We're not going to install any mods on those. Shield mod, maybe if we can afford it. At this point, we can do... Okay, first priority is the fuel injectors. We need 3 advanced fuel injectors. We can definitely afford those. And exceptional fuel injector. Grab one of those. Second thing is nano weave.
Awaiting orders.
We need 3 advanced nano weave. We can definitely afford those. Then we'll get exceptional nano weave. I think that's all we're going to install. This should make the Carbon Broadhead much less annoying to use. Okay, mass mod. Ka-ching. Engine mod. We don't want the forward thrust one. We definitely want the rotation one. Suddenly, it's still fairly piggy, but is a lot less piggy than it once was. And it's also faster now. I should probably bring the Dragon in and put a hull mod on it, so it's less slow too. Because the Dragon already has an engine mod. Advanced ship nano weave. How many of these can we craft? A bunch of them. We'll craft 6 of them and we'll bring both the Dragon and the wheelbarrow in for upgrades. Or not the wheelbarrow, the shark. I am never going to remember that I named that ship. Or renamed that ship, I should say. Okay, the shark and the Dragon can both come in for some upgrades. Dragon. Dock and wait. Shark. Dock and wait. Carbon Broadhead, you are done here. Go park out in space. Once this round of upgrades are done, and once the wheelbarrow is here, then, see what time is it? 10 o'clock? Then we're going to go do a gun test on some nearby xenon and probably end for the night. Then tomorrow is going to be a giant shoot stuff extravaganza. We'll probably take out like one station tonight or something. We'll see. Okay, the dragon and the shark are on the way in. The wheelbarrow is going to take its sweet time getting here. It's a little slow. Unfortunately, that's just how capital ships are. Speaking of a little slow, currently the dragon is beating the shark, which is strange because the shark is definitely the faster ship. I'm going to take a little screenshot of this. That was not the screenshot I wanted to take. There we go. I'm going to put that in Abby's Discord so he knows I named a ship after him. Okay. It's not a proper meme if the person being memed doesn't know about it. The dragon is going to get a hull mod for lightness.
Awaiting orders.
That makes it pretty fast and makes it way faster turning. Okay, an already quite maneuverable ship is now even more maneuverable. Not gonna complain about that. Is the dragon here? Oh, shark. Never gonna remember that name. Okay, install the mass mod. 387 meters a second. This thing's faster than some fighters now. That is ludicrous. Obviously, it's not nearly as maneuverable as some fighters, but... Well, it's not so much ludicrous how fast this ship is, so much as it is how slow some fighters are. I find myself with a sudden need to fly the shark around a little bit and see just how fast he is. Well, no wait. Let's do the dragon first, because the dragon's more maneuverable than the shark is, I think. Escape is always good in case of problems. Definitely. Okay, this is the dragon. Ash's dragon, to be exact. Which is why Ash is always so excited about it. It is definitely not the fastest destroyer in the fleet. But it has pretty good firepower. And it is actually surprisingly maneuverable. It was always surprisingly maneuverable, and now it's even more surprisingly maneuverable. This thing almost flies like a slightly sluggish medium ship now. I'm actually kind of impressed. You can roll at a decent rate. Fly around stuff. I mean, this is kind of the whale version of acrobatics, but still. it is not slow. Compared to an unupgraded ship of this, an unupgraded ship of this basic class. Large ships, namely. We'll fly it out over and park it with the rest of the capital ships and then come back and try out the Shark. And hopefully the wheelbarrow gets here soon so we can go blow stuff up with it. Yeah, anyway. Travel drive is still slow to charge as always, but that's just large ships for you. Rolling while in travel drive and actually turning while in travel drive actually is pretty maneuverable. Okay. Upgraded like this, I'm gonna actually say that the Dragon is a pretty fun little ship to fly. It's not at all sluggish or anything like you would expect out of a large ship. I mean, it's not like a speed demon or anything, of course, but it's, it feels kind of like a split rattlesnake that's had an engine upgrade installed, maybe. And the rattlesnake was impressed me as being quite maneuverable. Speaking of rattlesnake, let's go see what a fully upgraded rattlesnake feels like by taking the Shark for a spin. I should go remove all your orders before it does anything I don't want it to do. There we go. Alright. And while I'm at it, I should remove the orders from the Shark as well. They won't let me. Okay. And we have to sit through an autosave. Come on, game, hurry it up. Now this is actually probably about as maneuverable, but it does have a definite speed edge. Probably a little bit less maneuverable, maybe, but largely because it's faster and speed does hurt your maneuverability some. Yeah, it feels a little more, I don't know how I describe it. Wonder if throttling down some would. Yeah, that makes it seem a little smoother. Who would want to throttle down when you can throttle up? It's amazing how much difference the hull mod makes to how this ship flies. I definitely need to put hull mods much higher up on my priority list. Engine mods are number 1, hull mods number 2 probably actually in the future. Gun mods are great and all, but being able to maneuver and fly well is arguably more important. Plus, they're a lot cheaper. Gun mods, you need a load of them. Hull mods, you just need 1 per ship. Engine mods, you just need 1 per ship. And also, it's just insane that some fighters aren't any faster than this. I mean, it's a pretty slow fighter that's a speed, but there's some. Obviously, they can charge their travel drives much faster and stuff like that, but... And of course, if you put these grade of mods on even the slowest fighter, it would be a lot zippier. And much more maneuverable, even without the upgrades at all. Where is the wheelbarrow? Did it go this way? Or did it go this way? I don't see it. We'll have to look on the map. I highly doubt it's arrived here yet. I don't see it on the map, or the mini-map. As soon as the wheelbarrow arrives, the whole fleet's going to get selected and ordered to fly into, what you're going to call it. I think the Dragon might have maneuvered under travel drive slightly better than this does. Okay. Let's go ahead and strip the orders from this, so it doesn't go flying the wrong way at some point in the future. And where's the wheelbarrow? Darkest Cascade. Well, guess what? That's exactly where we want to go. Ooh, there's a K. There's a K. There's a K. Be still my heart. There's a K.
Danger. Hazardous entering system. Darkest Cascade.
Get away from that console, lady. I'm gonna go kill a K. There's a K. There's a K. Ooh, there's a K.
K.
Alright, meanwhile, while we're waiting to fly to the K, let us grab everybody. And order the fleet to fly to here somewhere. Let's go shoot a K. The second K of the day for the wheelbarrow. Do you think this one will last any longer than the last one did?
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
I'm going to give you a little hint. Almost certainly no. The last one, I was so surprised at how fast its shields went down, I stopped firing for a second. Because I was definitely not ready for it to almost disappear. It was just like, oh, let's fire the main gun a little bit. I hope we're in range. And try to get it to drop out of travel drive. Instead, I almost killed it in one burst. And then it was like, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Slow down here a second. Okay, what is the range on this main gun? I do not remember. Apparently, that's the range. Even just a tiny little burst basically makes it... Well, there it goes.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
Okay, this thing is awesome. Alright, now let's go for this defense platform next.
Defense platform.
Deleted, exactly. It's like, I thought there was a K there. This is definitely making the money grinding, the station building. It's definitely making it all very worth it.
Thank you.
And yes, I know I didn't really build up that much or anything like that, but for a first run, well, let's go blow this station up.
Danger. Hazardous
Time is
region
it 10:15?
detected.
Yeah, we'll have plenty of time to blow the station up before it gets way too late. No! You know how long that travel drive takes to charge? You blasted piece of wreckage. I don't think I'm going to even order the destroyers to come in and help me just yet. Oh, you bastards.
M.
Awaiting orders.
You might have to call the carbon brought in and escort us.
Xenon defense platform.
Because we only have, like, what, 6 black turrets on this whole thing? There's only a couple fighters, so
Danger.
they really can't do anything to us.
P.
Awaiting orders.
No! The gun overheated just before it was going to fly across the beam. Oh
Awaiting
well.
orders.
M.
I could have used the other main guns as well.
Orders.
I keep forgetting their thing. Hey, wait. Why aren't those main guns selected? Yeah.
Awaiting orders.
It's definitely well worth not firing the main gun until it overheats. Because it takes quite a while for it to fully
S.
unheat, if that makes any sense.
Danger. Hazardous region detected. S.
Okay, listen here, you miserable gits. Let me alone so I can start my travel drives.
Xenon defense platform. P.
Okay, let's... I suppose we could
Xenon
probably order the
defense
fighter
platform.
wing from the carbon broadhead or something to come in and deal with this problem. Here, carbon broadhead. Fly ahead of us and take care of these dinguses. There. Maybe I'll order the Judgment to come in and help too. Judgment, get rid of that P, please. That's a bit overkill, ordering the Judgment to take out a
Danger.
single P, but
Hazardous region detected.
I don't care. I want to fly toward this station and not at a glacial pace. I guess I could launch my private fighter and go take care of him myself, but fighters in this space are really bad because shield regen just simply doesn't work. Okay, carbon broadhead. Go over here. Park sort of close to there. All right.
M.
Ah. Oh well.
Danger.
Trying to hit a fighter with the main gun seems like a low percentage possibility anyway. I probably should have installed something other than plasmas all the way around. But that's why I have other ships here. Here, Judgment. Just, yeah, go get him. Carbon Broadhead will be here soon. We can let them deal with the problem. The annoying thing is they're not really a threat to us at all. None of the things they're attacking us are. They're not really doing any damage to anything of any note. They might possibly be able to take out a turret or two or something, but I don't even see that as a big possibility at the moment. I think our Yeah, our turret shields are still fine. They're not really doing any damage to us at all. What they are doing is being annoying little bastards. I'm tempted to go try to get that P with the main gun, but I don't think I will be able to. Screw it. Let's try anyway. This is kind of a terrible idea, mind you, but... yeah, just keep flying away from me, Mr. P. Oh, he's coming in on an attack run, apparently. Yeah, we won't be able to line him up in front of us for the main gun shot.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
I'm gonna try, though. It's like they're not even scratching our shields. It's mildly ridiculous. It's just that we have such terrible anti-fighter capabilities that... okay. It's time to stop messing around and just fly over to the carbon broadhead. That will solve our problems once and for all. Okay. Ah, right there's the carbon broadhead. Quite close.
Raptor.
Okay, remove all orders. I don't want it moving any more than it already is, so we can fly to it very easily. We'll just fly right up there and let it deal with our annoying little gnats. This kind of thing is, after all, why we brought it along with us. Ooh, there's a K. Hey K, would you like to come for a visit, or should I send my destroyers after you? I already destroyed 2 Ks. Let's just go ahead and order the destroyer pack to descend upon it.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
Judgment, you're not being that useful at the moment. Okay, where's the carbon broadhead? We're about 1 kilometer away from it, sitting still. Okay, we'll let the carbon broadhead deal with these problems while we pay attention to the map for a bit. Judgment.
Split, try not to shoot you again.
Go kill that K with the rest of the destroyers, because why not? Okay, carbon broadhead. I wonder if you can give a follow order. How closely will follow us? Probably not close enough.
Danger.
Well,
Hazardous region.
where's our target?
Xenon defense platform.
We're not going to get away from these stupid fighters. I'm going to order... yeah, we're quite close. I'm going to speed us up here. Aim us at the station, and then order the carbon broadhead to follow until further notice. And hopefully that will result in it actually following from a close enough distance to be useful. Meanwhile, the K is about ready to have a meeting with Destiny, as the Shark and the Dragon are both close to firing range, if not in firing range. With the Viper, the Arrow of Light, and the Judgment
Danger.
all on their way.
Hazardous region detected.
Not sure what the max range is on this gun. I should look it up, but I'm too lazy to do that. Oh, there we go. Took 10% off the station hall just like that. Get a little closer. I wonder if you can shoot through things with this. Okay, the shark has apparently blew the thing up. I wonder if you can destroy multiple pieces at once if you're lined up right. I doubt it. That seems too useful. Yeah, the beam ends at the first one. Still. Let's get into range of the main guns, which is like 10k, I think.
Danger. Hazardous
I mean, we've got the
region
main guns, we
detected.
might as well use them. Or I should say the secondary guns. We've taken 20% off the station health already. The first piece is about ready to blow. Let's keep moving in until the rear plasmas start shooting. Probably close enough, actually. If the rear
Danger.
plasmas were in
Hazardous
range, they would
region
be
detected.
shooting. Or if they had unobstructed sight line.
Explosion imminent.
Alright. 70% already. See if we can get above it a little bit more and get a better line of sight on everything. I think we just overshot some with the secondaries.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
This thing has so much, just ludicrous amounts of firepower. As soon as we start really going after this stuff in earnest, I think I'm going to order the destroyers to attack one station while I take this to attack another. And then the carbon broadhead will go along with whoever needs actual fighter escorts at the moment. Which is likely going to be us most of the time. Because let's face it, this thing just really isn't good at... Why do we have a slight backward speed? Hello, Treebeard. You here to witness the firepower of a fully operational battle station? Because we have our super laser. The little guns that I'm firing right now
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
are 2/3 of the main battery firepower of one of my most powerful destroyers. And then this gun, destroyers have nothing that even raids. The station's basically already half dead.
Explosion imminent.
Okay, that piece goes kaboom. Onward to the next one. This isn't really an epic fight. Because, to be perfectly honest, we're kind of stomping it. But this is the first combat deployment
Hazardous region
of the brand new Asgard. Which is not quite the most powerful ship in the game, but it's the most powerful ship you can easily acquire. Well, easily acquire. It is more complicated than a lot of the other ships to acquire because you can only build it yourself. You can't buy it from anybody. Where's the carbon broadhead? Behind me. Technically following me, but not moving all that fast and getting all that close. Well, that's slightly annoying. Just need one named O'Neill.
hazardous region detected.
In a second here, it'll be fully cooled down and we can do another full burst. 37% of the station's left alive. Well, of course, not only all these white shots are going off to either side here, those are basically our secondary turrets. We have 16 plasma turrets on this thing. I think it's 16. 16 plasma turrets. 2 Terran main guns, which are main guns for destroyers, but for this thing are just kind of pea shooters that we additionally have. And then we have 1 Terran XL main gun, which is
Explosion
this thing.
imminent.
Oops, overheated it.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
Anyway. But yes, we are wiping the station out fairly methodically. It's down to 26% health. I think when this station's destroyed, it's 10:30, so I'm probably going to go to bed after this. Well, yeah. I stayed up way too late last night. So I should probably go to bed at a reasonable human time tonight. As much as I don't really want to. But anyway. Tomorrow is definitely going to be Xenon Go Boom time, and I'm going to try to start early if I can. By at least a little bit. Good night, Ash. Well, start early for a weekday. It won't be like an early start or anything like that. Just say you're moving to Hawaii time zone? I don't know about that. I don't want to live in Hawaii. The weather's nice, but the laws are terrible. You're off tomorrow, so you can stay up. Something. Let's see. Tomorrow is Wednesday already, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Wow. This week's flying past faster than expected.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
Let's see. Thursday I'll probably play more Divinity, just because why not? Oh, this place is just about ready to go.
Explosion imminent.
Okay. And then we pump our last few shots into this piece. And that should cause it to go boom, because it's 0% hull. And there we go. Station dead. Alright. Oh, here's our Asgard. Oh, I forgot to change the paint on the carbon broadhead
Danger.
when I upgraded it.
Hazardous region detected.
The rule is whenever I upgrade a
Roger.
ship, I give it a custom paint job, and I upgraded the carbon broadhead and didn't give it a custom paint job. Oh well. Anyway, so here's the new Pride of the Fleet. And tomorrow we're going to start making a concerted effort. Oh, there's a K.
K.
Suffer not the K to live and all that. Let's go get him. He's coming our way. Actually, he's in gun range right now. Prepare to be impressed. Oh, wait, there's another K.
K.
That one's not in gun range.
K.
This one is. This one is going to go away just as soon as I can get pointed at him. I'm just going to open fire maximum. Wait. Why are we turning still?
Danger.
Stop it.
Hazardous region detected.
Stop. What the heck? Oh, we're bumping up against a rod wreck, I think. No? Why is it turning still? It's not responding to controls at all. Listen here, you little shit. Our engines are working. They just decided to stop responding to controls for a second. And now it's back to responding properly. It must have got stuck against something or for a bit. He is way too close now, and he's going to blow up just on our secondaries alone. Look at that, his shield's almost gone already. His is the indicator down here with the...
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
Anyway. It's be slightly less impressive than it could have been. But... Go away, please.
Explosion imminent. K. Danger.
Okay, we just took some amount of damage, although that barely dented our shields. That was a close range explosion. I'm not sure if we lost any turrets or not. But, like, really. Nope, we didn't lose any turrets even. Okay, this thing is seriously powerful. Now, the main gun range on this is about 14 something, I think, maybe. In any case, this other K here is about ready to go boom as well. Boom. Go away, please. You're bothering me.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
Yeah, I love this ship. I'm quite happy with it. No other Ks in the area? Nope. Okay. Well, tomorrow we're going to get started on our next mission here, which actually I'm going to select it as in the mission manager. Set active. This is a very hard mission. We need to clear this system, this system, this system, and this system. And not a one of those is going to be difficult. Not with this fleet. But anyway, that's for tomorrow. For today, I am going to save the game. And I'm going to end because it is about 10:40. Which is not exactly late for me, but it is normal, little after normal ending time. In any case, tomorrow I will be back with almost certainly more X4 unless AF shows up and goes, hey, you want to play some Raft or something like that. So, it'll be X4 tomorrow. And we're going to blow a lot of stuff up. Until then, I hope you all have an excellent night. I'm going to pause the game so it isn't running in the background. Anyway, I hope you all have an excellent night. And I hope to see you all tomorrow. So, yeah. Good night.